What's up, everyone? This is Jim Pro from Ready Check Pull, and I'm here with Zax. What's up, man?
What's up?
What are we going to talk about today on podcast number 13?
Number 13, holy moly. Well, there wasn't really much news this week.
It's nothing big.
Kind of a quiet, just some, new affixes.
Yeah, nothing. I was going to talk about, like, maybe the rogue shroud or master looter, things like that.
Yeah, let's talk about that Dratnos video.
Oh, yeah.
No, the fucking expansion got announced, dude. October 27th, baby. Global launch at midnight, October 27th.
God, that's so sick.
America gets it first, as it should. Wait, that's not how that works, but we get it during the day.
Everyone gets it at the same time, okay? Not America gets it first.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it works in my mind. We get it the 26th. Everybody else gets it the 27th.
That's that is super American of you, by the way.
Yeah, for real. Hey, we made it.
But listen. You're not wrong, by the way. The fact that it's coming out the 26th, dude. First off, super excited. Like, as soon as that got announced,
so early.
The Discord was blowing up. Zax was pissed that I had to do shit that day. Where is everybody at? We got so, and then everyone gets on. We all talk about it. We scream. We shout, hooray! And then everyone's like, "Damn, that's real fast."
Yeah, that's 2 months from now.
Damn. Some classes don't even have their conduits or a spec. Like I think survival still can't test their spec. Their conduits or something. There's something missing. I don't know, dude.
I believe it.
But like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Then they put out the monk thing like literally like a day before, just to be like, trust. We're gonna be getting to you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I wonder if there are any specs that like still haven't really gotten like I don't know if demonology has really gotten like a real post, but nobody cares because Warlock is ridiculous.
Yeah, because Affliction is all the goddamn rage right now.
Yeah, like Destruction's insane too. So just everybody's like, demonology never gets looked at, but who cares?
Yeah,
don't look at Warlock. We're good.
It's just funny how people in the Discord caught on that right away. They're like, yeah, they literally only talked about Monk just so monks don't flip the fuck out.
We should have known, honestly. We should have known.
God,
hey, I'll
so
take
terrible.
what I can get, dude. As a Windwalker at heart, dude, I'll take what I can get.
Man, but like that means we got to get some content out super fast. That
yeah.
that what's up?
I was gonna say that like that's early. Like I would have never thought October. Holy shit! Like October 27th is way earlier than I thought.
Yeah, way.
And then also the raid usually comes out like for the past couple expansions, maybe more. The raid has come out 3 weeks after the launch of the expansion, but they even moved that forward, dude. There's only going to be 2 weeks between launch and the raid coming out. So
which is insane.
It's crazy. So what is it? Yeah, heroic. I got wrong information here, dude. So it's heroic is November 10th, and then mythic is November 17th, and then Thanksgiving is the 26th. So it's coming up.
Oh
real
my
quick.
God! 10 days to clear the content
for the old world first people. Yeah, I'm really thinking my hunch is correct about like they were gonna do the 3 weeks after the expansion thing came out, and they were like, wait, but then Mythic would come out 2 days before Thanksgiving. We can't.
Yeah, but I personally feel like 2 days before Thanksgiving is better than being on the last boss during Thanksgiving.
True.
That's probably going to be the worst case scenario. Like, oh my God.
Maybe they'll just like nerf the bosses so that the world first is over by then.
Or they just say, all right, we're taking Thanksgiving off. Literally just shutting the servers off. Like no one can raid for Thanksgiving. Fuck it.
That'd be pretty baller actually, but
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Oh, so we get the day early, typical Tuesday release, and then EU gets it Wednesday. But Thanksgiving is only an American holiday. Evening out the playing field. That's all right. All right, go ahead, Blizzard. Go ahead, Blizzard. You do your thing. But for us more casual guilds, though, it's not really not us as in me and you, okay, Mr. World or US 7th. But us as in, top 200 US, we don't have to worry about that too much, even though it does affect us, but we also have to worry about Christmas potentially.
Yeah.
Which is gonna
Christmas is on a Friday.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Christmas Eve is on a Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's like it's gonna be an experience juggling that stuff. But we've done it before in the past. I think what was it on Taurus was out during these times, or maybe it was the one before that. I don't fucking remember.
August. But this is why I was thinking. Yeah, this is why I was thinking everything was gonna be like a little bit later. They kept saying like fall. Like they didn't know. And then I figured like they'd do like a freaking December release or something, and then like the raid would come out in January, so that like nothing is in the way for everybody. But they were just like, screw it, we're getting it out before.
Dude, that I don't think there's a single person other than Musicon telling us what was it, Towley?
Yeah.
Towley is like literally the only person in history that predicted this. Like, some crazy Brawlers Guild numbers, whatever, like some savant stuff he had going on right there. But no, honestly, like nobody expected this. Like, this is crazy. This is actually crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. So
I'm fucking pumped. Yeah.
And that also means so we got 2 months until the expansion comes out, which is crazy to even keep saying, but that means the pre-patch is like pretty soon. I don't know how many months usually they give for a pre-patch, but
so when I was doing this with Corligon a couple of days or maybe a week or two ago, we think that it's gonna be 3 to 4 weeks because they always give that amount of time for each pre-patch. It's like 3 to 4 weeks roughly. So hopefully it's it comes out 3 to 4 weeks. That gives everyone time to get their raid roster ready, get their guild going, get all their classes situated, get them leveled, so that when the day comes, dude, it is fucking go time.
Yeah. And apparently like this pre-patch is supposed to be like pretty crazy, right? It's like a throwback to the Wrath one or something, where like they had all the crazy ghouls running around, like you can turn people into ghouls, and I don't really remember all the details, but people really loved that back in the day, and I think this is like a nod to that, so that might be pretty cool. There's so many things change. Like Shadowlands changes so many things about the game, like at least going from like what we have right now, like where we're losing corruption, which is like the biggest, craziest like power creep we've ever had in the game, combined with our characters are gonna go from like pure gods of
we go from the end of BFA all the way back to the start of BFA in a fucking snap, dude.
Yeah, like we're losing all of our corruption. I assume we keep Azerite essences for now. I think we do. Yeah, I'm sure we do. And Azerite traits and essences. But yeah, we're losing corruption because
did they say when they're getting rid of the like all the essences and when they stop working?
It's they said that they're gonna keep working in like on Azeroth or something, like in BFA. But
right, as soon as you hit the maw, yep.
They're not gonna work in Shadowlands at all.
Yep.
Dude. I'm happy because I haven't been keeping up with my corruption at all because I hate corruption, and now it's gonna knock everybody back down to my level, dude. So I'm chilling.
Hell yeah, dude! I was just watching a few videos that were on YouTube. Like I was just scrolling through, and a bunch of the recommended videos are like, get your corruption while you can. It's like while you can.
Yeah.
It's like corruption is gone, brother. Like this is like you investing in Blockbuster. Like, yes, it's not what you should be spending your time on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on there. But dude, I'm hyped about that. We have so much we have so much work to do, bro. And we thought we
my
had more
gosh.
time.
Maybe we should ask
We
the
gotta make
people
great
like when do you guys start actually reading your raid guides? Because that's something me and Zach were contemplating is, you know, we want to get them out early, and we basically could write all of them now, right? We're just missing a little bit of footage for some of them, but we want to get them out early, but we don't know how early is too early, where people start looking at the time and they're like, all right, now it's a month old, so maybe this guide is a little bit outdated or something. Or I think 2 weeks is good, like, but I'd like to know what the community thinks on that.
Yeah. When do you guys, like you said, when do you guys start looking at like researching the raid bosses, if you even do that?
Yeah.
How
and
many
how do
weeks
you?
ahead or days ahead?
Is
Yeah.
it spreadsheet or is it YouTube videos? Like, that'd be also something that's super useful for us to know as well.
Yeah. So we got plans. We're gonna be done with our stuff early so that we can do whatever is best. But we're about to be cranking some working.
Yeah, we gotta be pumped. You guys are either gonna be seeing nothing or a lot, because we don't know how we're putting these videos out right now, but we're gonna be fucking working. I can guarantee you this: every single guide will be ready to launch by the launch of the expansion. But we don't know how we're gonna be distributing them, because we don't know that, that push pull that we just asked. So we will be working, and Zax is definitely going to be keeping up the spec videos, and
Right.
yeah, I mean, this is going to be ham city right now.
Yeah. 2 months, dude. Just out of
I know. I thought it was. I honestly thought it was going to be like 4. I legit thought it was going to be like 4 months, and they come out with the 2 months, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, people have been, asking and like wondering, like, will the game be ready? Like, is that enough time? Is it super buggy? Like, is it beta for Azeroth still? And I don't know, man. I mean, there's still bugs. There's a lot of like random stuff, like class specific stuff and whatever, like scaling issues with items and scaling in general. And they're like they just recently, like, one of the things we're going to talk about is they put in 3 brand new affixes out of nowhere. Totally new Mythic Plus affixes, just out of nowhere, like this past Wednesday. So like they still got a lot of stuff to test, man. Like, even if they're okay, they're just like not tested, So I don't know. It's kind of.
So this is how I feel about this. I feel that if they put out the expansion right now, they have to take away a lot of the bullshit, right? Because right now we can get all of our followers, we can get all of our all of our legendaries right away, whatever. They have to, so it has to still be the progression system, whatever. But let's assume they put the game out as is, beta right now, as is. But they kept the progression systems how they intend, rather than the shit that we got now, for testing purposes. I think the game is good. Is going to be fan-fucking-tastic for a solid, like, month, 2 months. And like, that's where I'm at right now. So I think it's ready. I really do. Like, I know a lot of people are saying that it could be like too early, and it could have that whole BFA issue, where, shit's just broken. But man, when, like, I'm in there every day, you're in there every day, minute, hour. And we're like, for the most part, everything's pretty done. Like, everything feels pretty good. Like, the zones feel pretty good. The classes, how they interact, most of them feel pretty good. There are some forgotten ones. There's a few, like, ones that I think have some weird little oversights that are going on. But 2 months, I think, if you do 2 months of half the team fixing bugs and a month still developing, and then you got a month left of both of them doing bug fixes. I really think that it's gonna come out good. Hopefully, one of those bug fixes is that Covenant bug that they have, where they don't allow you to pick your. It's not working right now where you can pick your ability, freely. But hopefully that bug gets fixed, and if that bug gets fixed, I really think this is gonna be a smash of an expansion.
That just reminded me, dude. I don't know if you saw, like, literally today, Wowhead on their talent calculators now, they put the Covenant choice thing at the bottom of the talent calculator, like that Reddit post you're linking, just as almost, I guess, like a joke, or like, I mean, it actually kind of makes sense. But they put it in there just like in the talent calculator, so like, dude, they're buying in, dude. It might happen.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, that was pretty funny to see. They actually just spent the time and put it in there almost as a joke. But yeah,
we got a funny comment in the chat, dude. Are RCP reading this? It's like, yeah, we're reading the chat, but like we got topics that we're trying to talk about. So we're trying to like get all the information, make this shit entertaining, and we're definitely not reading from a script. If I was this good at acting, reading from scripts, then Zax would never yell at me for my script sounding scripty. Okay, so we do the best we can. But
Jim, stop going off script, dude. I can't handle it right now.
Yeah, we got bullet points that we want to try to hit, but we don't even look at that unless there's a lull, But yeah, man, dude, fucking October 26th. November 10th, November 17th. Oh, this is going to be a wild. And then I got a baby.
Oh, Lord.
Fuck.
When's that? Is that like later November?
It's November 5.
Oh, shit. Oh, that is bad timing.
Yeah, fuck that baby.
push it back, dude. Tell Blizzard.
Yeah, I'm going to put a cork in it. No. Super excited for everything coming this fall, winter, whatever. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be super good.
I was gonna say, like, the game does feel like playable. It feels complete enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's just gonna be a lot of little fine tuning things that maybe aren't quite right. And yeah, they still haven't #pulled the ripcord. So. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm like, dude, every time I play my Windwalker on beta, like, I literally said it like just the other day. I was like, dude, that was the most fun I've had in WoW in like, I think 2 years since Legion. Like, I just destroyed that dungeon, and everything I had, like, all of my abilities felt good. I had a legendary that felt good. Like, I was playing the spec that I wanted to play. It was owning. My Covenant ability even felt. I was like, what? Okay, something. They're doing something right. I don't know what's going on, but this is I can live with this. But we also were not playing with any affixes, so.
Okay. That totally changes everything, dude. You can't be like, yo, Mythic Plus was amazing, dude. We were crushing. It was so much fun. There were no affixes. Wait, what? Okay.
We only had the prideful affix, which is a great affix, dude. And that's a good sign.
Anyway. So basically, we were only given buffs. Like, we weren't. There's no negatives at all. God.
Dude, I'm enjoying it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there was before that they announced a shit ton of class changes too. Just that, like they do every week. They just have a whole slew. Every single spec in the game got changes. This long ass list of all kinds of stuff. So that was before it was even announced, which is where the monk blue post thing came from. It was kind of a part of that, where monk finally got. It wasn't very much, but it got a little like, hey, Windwalkers, by the way, we're fixing bugs with you guys, and your Zhuen guy has like a tiny little interaction. It's like, oh, hey, you actually remembered we exist. Nice, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then
wait, they said monk? Wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, literally the post was like, I don't remember the word for word, but it was literally like, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. Thanks for waiting.
Also, the expansion's coming out real soon.
Yeah, it's like this is all we have for now. Stay tuned. It's like what do you mean, dude? You got to us last. But and then
Yeah,
freaking
but honestly, the monk class is in well, not the monk class, but a windwalker is in a good position right now, because I don't like they don't seem like they remember them too much, and they're overpowered right now. So if they continue on this trend, they're just going to be overpowered by accident, which is
they
great.
could get the Antorus treatment. Apparently they're super duper bugged right now with this latest patch. So that's like kind of a thing that plagues Windwalker for some reason. I guess we'll see how that goes. But and then Brewmaster's got fucking Magic Stagger back, dude.
Yeah, that is wild.
What do you like?
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was gone. That was like a big deal.
It was 100% gone.
Right? Yeah, and then they just casually slid it back in there. 35% Magic Stagger, like it's nothing.
Yep.
Like what?
But then they also made it so that they can't dodge or parry while channeling spinning crane kick. So
maybe maybe.
Hopefully that's a bug, but that's that's a little bit of a wild change as well. But did you guys know? I'm talking to the RCP people right now. Did you guys know that it's actually Troll Monk female is the least played race class combo in World of Warcraft? Did you guys know that?
That was such a out of left field.
Well, we're talking about Monk. I just wanted to show people. I just wanted to show people how not popular the Monk class is, especially on a female troll. So there you go.
What was it? It was we were looking at like no allied races because they're all like new. Of course, they're going to be less. So like baseline race of either side, and which is like what's like the least played combination, and it's like troll monk.
And that what was the first male was a Tauren male monk. That was the first least played race class. Yeah, or was it undead?
Can't remember now.
Don't even remember. Anyways,
like pretty clear examples of like, oh, that makes sense. And then
but then people are like, but monk is newer than all the other classes. Well, look at Demon Hunter. They're about the most played. Blood Elf Demon Hunter is like up there, dude. Right next to fucking Warrior Human. What did you say? It was it was the Holy ones? Priest. Yeah. What was it?
The top ones are Night Elf Female Druid.
God.
I'm assuming that pretty much captures every single female that's ever played WoW. And then the second one is Human Male Paladin,
which is every male that's ever played WoW.
Yeah, all the white knights, dude, for the Night Elf Druids.
That's perfect. So fucking funny, dude. Any hoozle. So what? The things that they're changing about Monk, about Windwalker, are they actually things that the community wanted? Because you're a long time Monk player.
It's kind of they only did one little tiny thing that only had to do with like a change that they put in the it was like a building on top of a change they made for Shadowlands. So it's not even like a baseline Windwalker thing. I mean, it is baseline, but it's like a recent thing that people wanted. They want like, we have this new cooldown. It's just a press it and forget it, which is like, okay, it'd be cool if we had like a little interaction with that, like something to make that cooldown matter in our rotation. And now we got that. It's like buffed by the amount of damage that we do during its duration, that kind of thing. So it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm actually encouraged to, whatever. So that's nice.
So what's not playing good with Monk though? You know what I'm saying? Like what is like? Because I know that a lot of the Monk people are like, they forgot about us, and I know Mistweavers are fucking pissed. So I'm just like wondering, like, is Monk just in a good spot when Windwalker? I'm talking about that where they don't really need to do much.
I mean, I would say so. It's like it's still like just a bunch of like buggy kind of stuff.
Because like Touch of Death is broken, and that's new, and
I mean, I'm cool with it. But
yeah, of course you are.
Like the spec, if you play it like a normal person, the spec's great.
What does that mean?
It means like if you're not paying attention, to every single event that your clone on the left does or something like that. You know, you're not paying attention to every single melee hit that he does, or like does he copy your abilities exactly? Which targets does he jump to? Does he tag the right one?
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Over
if you
analyzing.
just
Yeah.
press the button and go with the flow. Like, the spec is great. You know, you don't have to think about like all these crazy little quirky bugs. You don't have to snapshot your whirling dragon punch ever at the last millisecond of your Storm Earth and Fire. Like, that shit, you don't have to do that, man. Like, that's you're focusing on the wrong thing. Anyway, but the spec is dope. I love it. That's just like general Windwalker things, like wanting certain talents. Like, our talent tree is pretty boring. We want like whirling dragon punch to probably be baseline, and then like probably bring in some more exciting talents because it's just all kind of boring in there. So it's just general stuff. It's still like the spec is so good baseline that it's kind of gotten away with like kind of boring talents for a long time. So
Well, yeah, but the class is so goddamn complex that, like, you know, if they make complex talents, it's going to be a nightmare for anyone just learning it.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe that's why they
one good point I wanted to make about Windwalker is that Mistweaver is completely deleted from the game, so that's gone, and then Brewmaster is kind of like, you know, set down a few pegs, so there's a good chance that, you know, it might be like Demon Hunter, Blood Death Knight, Paladin in some cases, or, you know, Guardian Druid in no cases, but some cases. Like, so that just means that Windwalker might be the only monk that's brought if it does good damage. Like, if it can keep up, if it's not a ranged only dungeon or raid. So, you know, Windwalker might have a spot default right now.
There is a chance.
Very slim chance, but there is a chance.
Still depends on the old tuning and the old other specs. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. That'll be dope. Hope
word.
It. Yeah, dude, there were freaking a million changes with this whole thing with like balanced druids got their eclipses changed, which I mean I think is a cool thing that they changed, where it doesn't extend the duration of your eclipses anymore. It like buffs the rest of your eclipse, which I kind of like that whole thing. The Shadow Priest got just a brand new mastery out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Like, I mean, I got it, and it makes sense, and it's way cooler now, but it's just like, that, like, they're just like, let's redo the whole class. Let's make changes to that class. Third change. Let's give them a new whole fucking mastery. Wait a second.
Yeah. They're not messing around. Well, yeah, because the mastery was like probably I mean, I don't know what all the masteries do in the game. Like, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was literally like mastery, increased damage of all of your abilities. What? That's not mastery. So now it's like funny. Now it's like you do more damage to each target based on how many of your dots you have on there, up to 3 or whatever. So it's like, oh, so I'm encouraged to put dots on the enemies, and then so it's like, okay, that makes sense. It's like, I'm a dot class, so it's I don't just get the mastery baseline on everything. That's cool. All right, I can live with that. Oh, that just reminded me, one of the funniest changes actually of this entire thing to me. I just think it's hilarious.
Oh, my AC just came on. Hold on, I gotta shut it off. What the fuck? The AC ghost. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Go
one
ahead.
of the funniest changes to me is Elemental Shaman. They just gave up on the whole fulmination thing, dude. They're going right back.
That's so
They're
good.
going right back to the Maelstrom blue bar resource again. You got a blue bar again. Maelstrom, it just goes up, and you press an ability and it goes down. No more fulmination stacks. You know, it sounded cool. It's a throwback idea, but I guess they realized that they were making fulmination work exactly like the Maelstrom resource. They're like, whatever, let's just go back, man. It was fine.
Bro, I think that is so funny that they're just like, all right, we're completely redesigning Elemental. Like, guys, get excited. We're using fulmination. We're not using Maelstrom. And then it's like, oh, well, there's all these weird things you're gonna have to fix. They're like, trust us. Yeah. If we need to, we'll pull the ripcord. And then they're like, all right, so we're gonna add all these. We're gonna take away these little interactions. We're gonna make fulmination the thing. And then it's like, well, now it's just Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. pull the ripcord.
And from the beginning of it, they were like, no, the resource is not the issue, That's not what you need. Oh, damn it, God bless.
It's the issue.
That's not like the resource is not what's wrong with the spec. Stop focusing on that. And hey, look, I like commend Blizzard a little bit on this, where they were able, like, this is not a Blizzard thing, where they were able to recognize that they were doing something kind of pointless. You know, that was like not actually solving any problem. They were creating their own problems, which is something they always do. And they recognized it and they said, never mind, we're going back. Turns
You're
out
100% right. No,
so
honestly,
like, hey,
no
good job,
memeing
Blizzard.
right now. No memeing at all. They found a path that they were going down. They realized ahead of time this path is the wrong fucking way, and they just said, fuck it. We're literally just cutting it. We're going back the other way. It was more stable that way, and we're going to work off of that. And you got to give them credit for that. At least they tried something, and even though it didn't work, it just shows that they know there's a problem with Elemental Shaman, and hopefully they get to it sooner than later.
Yeah, and they should also
Just don't play it.
Yeah, it's still not good.
Yeah, do not play that class.
It's playable, but it is low on my list. But
by low you mean like top 0? Like,
yeah.
Jesus.
But dude, they hashtag pulled the ripcord on Fulmination, dude. They showed that they're capable of doing it, and
they're ripping cords all over the place.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be received pretty positively. So I hope they see that as like, people actually don't mind when we pull the ripcord, and say, never mind, this is an idea that only we wanted, apparently.
Wait, what are you referring to, by the way?
Oh, hashtag pull the ripcord.
Yeah, that's all we got to say. All right, so some other ripcords have been pulled, and Luminous Barrier from Disc Priest is fucking gone, dude. And I'm actually upset at that because I was one of the I was one of the few people who liked that ability. Like, I thought it was cool that there was certain times, really niche situations, that you could use Luminous Barrier. But what they're replacing it with is Spirit Shell, which means that it basically takes your heals, your atonement heals in Powered Radiance and whatever the fuck, the other one, Penance. I can't even think of the goddamn names right now. It takes these heals and it converts them into damage absorbs, which apparently, according to Automatic Jack, is out of control right now. Is absolutely out of control how big these shields can be. So potentially this is a good change for all of you you healers out there. It does replace Rapture when you select it as a talent, and then you're obviously not able to get Evangelism. So there's a super good chance or bad chance or however you want to spin it, that it's not going to get picked in raids most of the time, but neither was Luminous Barrier. It was only like super niche situations where someone was going to die from something and you had to have that available. So it kind of fits that same niche. I think it's, pretty fucking dope. I like it. I like Spirit Shell. I haven't played in the past when it was ability that a lot of people liked, I guess. But I think it's pretty dope. That the fact that it replaces Rapture, I don't like, because then that makes your whole cooldown management and shit a little bit awkward, because you don't have Evangelism and now you don't have Rapture and it's replaced whatever. But it's going to be really cool in Mythic Plus, I think.
Why don't you have Evangelism?
To get Spirit Shell, it's on the same row as Evangelism.
Oh, damn! So you lose 2 cooldowns.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
Evangelism seem like it should be a baseline?
Come on, dude. Don't even get me started. Of course. Of course it should be. But the problem is,
like everything.
It's the most efficient healing spell in the game if used correctly. So it's like, but then again, it's like, imagine if Resto Shaman had to spec into SLT. That would be ridiculous, right? If
that'd be silly.
Like if Druids had to spec into Tranquility, that'd be fucking ridiculous. So they should definitely be baseline, but whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Disc Priest doesn't need any more help to get into the raid, okay?
No. And like these are
So
really just like improvements ultimately. So you know, like
all of this priest,
additions to the deck.
I've been saying this to Zax for a long time. I really think priest is going to be absolutely insane, and not just disc. I think holy is also going to be absolutely insane. And if you just go read the interactions that they have with all of their legendaries, with their conduits, with the damage abilities that they have now, and I know they have to make the choice of doing damage or whatever, but they're doing like 2k DPS single target. It's fucking insane. Like, it's literally out of control. And then they recently just buffed them. They added some like small buff to Apotheosis, and they've been adding like little small like incremental changes to Holy Priest. I have a conspiracy theory. Listen, guys, listen. I think that Holy is the most played healer class in all of like WoW, right? Not at the top end, obviously, but like I think in all of WoW, Holy is the most played, and I think that they are the least effective when it comes to like questing and shit. So I think Blizzard is like just throwing shit at them so people are happy and like they're able to do things, right? So like their damage is insane right now. They have a heal for literally every situation. I'm not kidding when I say like if someone is about to die, they just got a dot put on them. The only way that you can save that person is with an instant burst heal like Serenity, which only like 2 classes have, or which is usually on cooldown, right? Or you just pop a shield on them, and they gave it. Like, that's the only way. That's literally the only time you'd ever use Power Word Shield as a Holy Priest is if someone. But in that situation, they now have a solution for it. They have the most on demand on the move heals, so they can keep moving, keep healing while they're moving. It's gonna be insane. They're gonna be absolutely fucking insane. And then there's that new fucking legendary that every time Shadow Word pain is removed from a target, either being the target dies, they just comes off naturally, or is dispelled or something, everyone is healed for 500, or one person or 3 people. It doesn't matter. It is insane. It was so much healing when I was testing it out in dungeons. So anyways, I know there's not too many healer Holy Priest mains in here, but trust me, if you're like looking at healers right now, just go look at Holy Priest. It's in PvP, they're gonna be fucking insane. They're so like they have just so many tools right now. They have one of the best mobilities with because they have body and soul, and they have the feathers that they can drop on the ground, and they have the legendary that instead of pulling someone towards you with grip, you can jump to that person with grip. That it's just, they have so many goddamn tools, and their best covenant ends up being the one with a teleport. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, they're gonna be so good. Anyways, I digress. Sorry, I went on a little tangent there.
The whole priest class is like just chilling right
Shadow
now.
Priest completely revamped. Disc Priest is gonna be crazy. If you are confused about whether or not Priest is gonna be good, just pick it, and you're gonna be picked in everything. There's gonna be a spot for you somewhere.
One way or another, or all will be good.
yeah, exactly.
So that's a good choice for sure. They've been loving those. But yeah, I mean there were a million changes. Like they tuned a bunch of legendaries, a bunch of covenant abilities. There's new talents for different specs. There's just they're all over the place, dude. They're changing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But and like one of the ones I was messing with, I don't think I ever really like. Yeah, I guess I didn't say it in a video or anything like that, but there's a Frost Death Knight legendary where it would like long story short, it would give you a ton of runic power like consistently. So if you run like Breath of Sindragosa with that legendary, you can keep breath up forever. So that was
how many minutes did you have it up for?
My longest like single breath was 16 minutes with that legendary. So, and you actually had to like, I mean, it wasn't like an infinite amount, you actually had to like play it right and like use your cooldowns right and whatever. But dude, that shit was hilarious. Like, just
and typically it's like for people who don't know about Frost, it's like a minute, right? You get like 60 seconds of it
if you're lucky. Like now, like right now, after they nerfed it, it's like 30-40 seconds. Like, if you're cranking. So they
So
but
he
yeah,
had
the legendary
16 minutes.
yeah, yeah, because it was just like it was so ridiculous. And most of the time, like if you got like unlucky, your breath would run out at like 2 minutes and 10 seconds, but your breath cooldown is already it's already ready, so you just press it again. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, like the legendary was giving you 32 runic power or something every time you got a proc, and now it gives you 8. So it's just like that legendary just got entirely killed. Like not killed, but like for infinite breath purposes, it's gone.
It was
But
broken,
yeah,
and now it's just something
that
you
was
have to
fun.
decide on whether you want or not.
Yeah, that was like totally like warping. I feel like my perception because I just made the Frost DK video like yesterday, or I mean I've been working on it, but I was messing around with that so much that like I was like, breath is just crazy. And I was like, no, it's not. Wait, it's not that crazy. You're not gonna have infinite breath. Like, of course they're gonna nerf.
Yeah.
That was kind of confusing. That was fun. That was fun to mess with. And then another like huge one was the hunter like entire class legendary, the tar trap. Throw a
Yep.
tar trap, put the flare in the tar trap. That was doing a billion damage
But
to
that took
everything.
way
And
too long for them to nerf, man. And
oh wait, yeah,
I feel like that fucked up a lot of the testing that people were doing because everyone was
yep,
doing dungeons like this is gonna stick into the game, and it was out of
yeah.
control.
It was kind of weird. But they what was the percentage, like, the spell power coefficient or whatever was like 900% whatever. They took it from
Yeah.
900 back down to like 200.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they nerfed the shit out of it. Like they were like, yeah, that's all you're gonna get out of that legendary for the expansion. So
Yeah.
they're actually doing some like sort of tuning things. Like they nerfed like a Shadow Priest legendary that was pretty busted. Like they're actually like trying to balance things out a little bit now, and which I'm cool with.
Yeah,
So
numbers are
they're
definitely
getting there.
closer.
Yeah,
Definitely closer to what it would be for live.
yeah, I'm digging it, dude. Oh, how's it only 2 months away? I'm so excited. Oh my,
Yeah, this is
everybody's like,
gonna be pretty crazy.
my guild's like trying to plan out like, okay, who's gonna play what? All right, let's make a spreadsheet. Let's put our alts and mains on there and see, what we got. See if we need to play. It's just like, oh, dude.
So
They're
one of
trying
my
to make, like,
plans
dungeon groups.
for the rest of the excuse me, I got a little bit of a cough as you guys can hear. One of my plans for the rest of the day today is I want to go in and figure out what all the raid utility is, right? The raid buff. So I want to know, like, arcane, intellect, and whatever, fucking fortified and all that shit. I want to know what all of them are, so then I can better decide what my raid comp needs to be. So that's one of the things I'm going to do today, because there's no resource for that right now. Usually you go to Icy Veins or Wowhead and they have all that shit out, but since, they're probably freaking out too that the game's about to be launched, and they're trying to get all their ducks in a row so everything switches over seamlessly. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that today for sure, and just to figure out what the raid comp should be. Maybe I'll maybe I can post that into the RCP Discord and let people see it, and so they can make their best decisions too.
There's basically there's basically a new class buff with freaking Death Knights having anti-magic zone.
I
Dude,
know,
that
that's
shit
what
is
got me to think
crazy.
about it, because I was like, I'm looking at because our guild has the same as we have a little spreadsheet going on of who's playing what class, and there's not like who's playing what 3 alts, right? It's just who's playing what class. Okay, calm down, guys.
Yeah.
But we got 1 tank DK and then 1 warrior maybe. So it's like, well, we need the warrior buff for sure, and the shout, and then we're gonna definitely need anti-magic zone and grip. So it's like, well, we're gonna so then that made me think, like, all right, I gotta figure out what are the buffs that we need in the raid that are a must-have, and then figure out the extra utility as well, and then make decisions based off that. Because a lot of people keep asking me, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking you too, just from Ready Check Pulls, like, what should I play? What should I play? And they might be a little sleeper with that type of like utility that people kind of forget about. They're like, well, we all know we need this, but that doesn't do the most damage, so we're gonna play Warlock. And it's like,
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on, because like there's the obvious ones, like the mage, warrior, demon hunter, monk, priest, like the literally the class buffs.
yeah.
But they're adding, like in Shadowlands, like they're adding more and more little things.
Wind
Like
Fury.
if you got a bunch of melee, Wind Fury might be good. I don't know. They
Yep.
just doubled its effectiveness, so like some some recent weeks. So like I don't know, maybe the math seems pretty bad, but like if they just keep doubling how good it is, like maybe it's worthwhile. Wind Fury Totem from an enhanced. Could you imagine? Imagine enhanced shaman like being in the oh my,
being a must bring to the raid. Oh,
that would be
shit.
insane, dude. If they make like Wind Fury work with like spell, oh my god, they could like just guarantee.
Well,
enhanced
one
shaman,
of
but
the
there's
things that a lot of tanks are talking about is the fact that aggro seems much more difficult to get now than it was in BFA, and especially than it was in Legion. So getting especially snap aggro, like going into a situation where there's a bunch of things running at you and you need to get aggro quick, like there's a big problem that people are having with grabbing aggro because of just how the whatever the scaling did, bringing everyone down, fucked the aggro tables up. So Wind Fury might be invaluable in helping tanks get aggro as quick as possible.
No, it's not.
I'm not kidding. There are some things where getting that extra rage on fucking warrior or whatever might be a thing.
Okay. All right. All I know is I might be Wind Furying too, baby.
Wind Fury in the Walker?
Hey. Yeah. Why don't I get a Wind Fury totem as a Windwalker, huh?
You get that random speed increase and the 5%.
Dude, that's so whatever. I'll live with it.
Well, you can't.
And like there's even like anti-magic zone is insane, and like now priests having power infusion could be like, it could just be you use it for yourself and it's crazy, but like you could do some crazy stuff with power infusions now that you can cast it on anybody.
Especially with that legendary that they get, where if you cast it on an ally, you get it yourself. That's pretty fucking crazy.
It'd be wild. Like if you imagine like in BFA right now, if you play with like the crazy fire mage shenanigans, and maybe anyway, imagine giving a 25% haste buff to your fire mage every single time he presses combustion.
Yeah.
Like what? That's you just bring a priest for every mage you have and win.
Imagine if Disc is Fodom and Shadow is Fodom, and so you have like 3 Shadow Priests, 2 Disc Priests. That's 5 infusions. That's 10 people. That's half your raid getting Bloodlust. Like that. For real, yeah. That's insane.
Like, dude, that could be that could be crazy. But there's like a lot of like little tiny things like that with Covenant stuff and just like little passives that are being added that are like you do more crit damage and so do your allies. You know, it's just like a random little passive somewhere.
Yeah,
like
there's a few of them.
Covenants.
Yep.
So there's a lot of little things like that going on.
That warrior banner is one of them, right?
Yeah, that thing's crazy. They just updated.
Too long of a cooldown, but yeah.
Oh,
3 minutes is insane.
The tooltip's also too long, dude. Jesus. Did you see that thing?
Yeah.
God.
It's a page of a book.
Yeah. Trying to explain it. It's like, God, just come up with something else, dude. If you gotta write a book on it.
It's literally drop this, get crit, someone else gets crit, and you also get more health. Hell yeah. That's like not that hard to do.
Yeah, they just had to blizzard it up and like be exact about it, so it's so long. But
you gotta channel the might of the Maldraxxus and drop your banner of. It's like, well, come on, dude, relax with the tooltip.
Did you get to watch the Afterlives thing, the Bastion Uther, that whole thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing, no, just the trailer.
Dude, it's great. It's ridiculous. It's awesome, and there's 3 more coming out. They're doing like 1 a week, and it's awesome. It's like
I personally love that style.
Like, well, yeah, the style is that's awesome. But the lore, like implications of what they're showing us for the first time, basically, in these things is insane. What happens in this trailer? Like, it's like super
no spoilers.
Yeah. But just from they are like showing you things that you didn't know about WoW in an animated like series. that like change the whole game. You're like, oh Jesus, okay, that's a thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, dude, these things are gonna be awesome. And there's 3 more. Ooh, I hope they do. I hope they do even more.
Yeah, I personally like them. Obviously, being a fan of like animation itself, I like the feeling that this type of animation gives, right? Because you have the really good cinematics that they do often, right? They usually do these really good cinematics, but there's some type of feeling. It's like that. They did this type of thing with the Jaina with her whole father like sinking thing. They did this style, and I really feel like this for dramatic purposes. It's like way easier for them to produce, and it's like I think it does a better job than the full 3D cinematics at just like giving that weight to whatever it is that they're trying to. It's kind of like photos, right? Photos have some type of like feeling that they give, and I feel like these, when I was watching the trailer, I was like, this fucking, and I even posted it instantly in the Ready Check Pull Discord. I was like, this shit this like hits home instantly. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be watching those tonight.
Yeah, that it's my stomach. Good Lord, they're awesome, and like they can do things in that like animated kind of style that they can't really do in like a complicated ass 3D render, blah blah blah. You know, it's and not to mention that maybe this won't really make sense, but it makes sense in my mind. When they do like these little animated things like that, it feels more of like a passion project kind of thing, where it's like,
yeah,
they didn't have to do this at all. It's not even in the game, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's almost like for fun. They just love this shit, so they want to make it, you know what I mean? Like, this is literally just an extra. I mean, maybe they're doing it for advertisement, I guess, but like it feels more like they're just doing it for fun, which is like,
I think from an art team like perspective, it's a lot easier to sell that too. It's like, we have this idea of the lore, we can expand the lore a little bit, and it's not going to take us that long, you know, like a normal 3D thing might take a couple months. This is going to take a couple weeks, and we can like get this shit out like super fast, and then you can approve it real quick, and it has this comic booky feel. Like I mean, I love the style. I love the way that they did it before in the past, and I hope they continue it, which they are. Like you said, there's a few more going to be dropping soon, and I think it's great.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
So so how do you feel about? Because I know we wrote down that we want to talk about the weapon tokens. You know, they're changing from being the typical Vanquisher Conquest little things that they were in the past to a new grouping for the classes probably that makes more sense to trade between, but that's a little bit less interesting to me. I want to know, like, how do you feel about getting a token drop right now? Like, how do you feel about that rather than just actually getting the weapon? Because you do miss something, right?
Yeah, because it's weird. I don't know how I feel about that, because what is it like? Because
there's two feelings, right? There's the feeling of you got the weapon, but then there's the feeling of you got the other one, right? And then that feeling, I think, might be worse than the good that the you got the weapon feels like, right? And then if you're if you're a hunter, this is amazing, because now you can get your goddamn bow on any token that says hunter.
Right.
Oh, that's way better for hunters.
I remember now. Yeah. Okay. So I was, because we talked a little bit about this whole thing that they're doing, where it's only in the raid where, like, instead of weapons dropping, you get a token. But now they've announced that, like, there's different tokens and they're split across the classes. And I was saying, literally the only reason that they're doing this, and they have to do this in my opinion, is because class like Windwalker and like Frosty K, whatever, they can use one-handers or two-handers. Yeah. And it hasn't been like that since before. It's that in combination with forced personal loot. So like, you can't, like, the thing just doesn't drop and you get to decide who it goes to. It's like, you know, if a Windwalker wants a one-hander and they're just given a two-hander by personal loot, it's like, oh, fuck you, man. Like what's going on here?
Yeah, that's real bad.
You know?
Yeah.
So they have to do these like weapon tokens because of that, and master loot not being a thing. So now they're having to, like, okay, well, we can't just have a token for what like a weapon token can go to anybody. It's like, all right, now we got to split it up. All right, did we split it up like we did with tier sets? No, that doesn't make sense because they can't all use the same things. All right, now I got to split it up by the melee. It's like they had to split it up in some convoluted way. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know how it's gonna feel when like you go and you kill a boss in a whatever they call it, like vanquishers token drops for your weapon, and it's like, okay, which one, who can use these? Oh, it's on there. All right, so warriors, rogues, and demon hunters roll. It's like, okay, but it's not even a weapon yet. Like, I don't know, that is a little bit funky, but
I do wonder how it's gonna play out. Some of the class combos are, the class groupings are real weird. Like it's hunter, mage, druid. Like,
yeah,
what? Like, mages can't use pole arms. Like, I don't understand that. Like,
yeah,
that's a weird little
that's
combo.
great.
And then
And
they have like
yeah.
Death Knight, Warlock, Demon Hunter for weapons. How is that even? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get why they're going with that for the token system. But I personally think it's way better for the game. You do miss that old fucking, oh, the boss dropped my weapon, for sure, but you still get the boss dropped my token and now I can go get my weapon. I think that's better. But there is that possibility that I'm a druid and I got my pole arm that is super max level, but I get the personal looted token again, and it's like, well, you didn't get your daggers or whatever, you didn't get your fucking max
Yeah.
level offhand or whatever the fuck they decide.
Yeah, like are they gonna be are they gonna have an item level, or like are they tradable always? Like, yeah, it's kind of like a messy system that might be awesome, but it's like hard to even imagine, what it's gonna be like right now.
If like it goes with everything though. Like, if they just make it freely tradable, no one is gonna complain about it. Nobody.
Right.
It's just like, make
But
it
then
freely tradable, but they don't do that.
That's master loot. Can't
Why?
have master loot.
I don't mind. I don't mind it being, it goes to someone, because in pubs, whatever, I don't even know the right word for that anymore. For pickup groups, you want to be able to get your loot, right? You don't want some dude telling you whatever. So like, if they want to make it easy, then whatever. If you're in a guild, it goes to me. I know that this loot's not mine, it's the guild's loot, and whatever, right? That it is just what it is. But I feel like making it so that these are locked and not tradable, it's just silly. Just knock it off. Just make it so that if you get a personal loot item and you don't personally want that loot, you can give it away.
Yeah.
It's not that big. I think everyone agrees with that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not Blizzard, but
You know what?
that would
I
make
even
more
think
sense.
Blizzard.
Yeah, for sure.
I even think they agree with it. They just haven't figured out how to code it yet.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. All right.
Indie company.
So, what other big topics do we got going on here, man?
Well, okay, so I brought up the new affixes for Mythic Plus. Look, I'm not a fan of affixes in general, but it is what it is. There's 3 new ones. So there's one called that makes me wonder if they're getting rid of current ones. Anyway, there's storming.
Affixes?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I've never even thought about if they're getting rid of some of them.
Yeah,
I know
if
they
they're
are.
adding-
They changed like Grievous and shit, so I know those are staying. There's a few like explosive got changed a little bit, so I think the ones they changed are definitely staying. But there's some
There's
that haven't got changed.
There's a rumor that Skittish and Teaming might be going because they're not available.
Fucking teaming, dude! I hate that one. Get it out of the game. Skittish, I'm cool with. I know you don't like it, but Skittish, I'm cool with. Teaming is always bad. Just get it out.
Yep. So there's that you can't.
I
Apparently,
digress.
you can't get those. You can't get those as on the beta as like little scrolls to change your key. So people are thinking they're just not going to be there. And they added. There's been an odd number of it's this long story. Anyway, there's 3 new affixes. One of them is called Storming. It's kind of like explosive, but you don't have to kill a thing. It just spawns a tornado that like spins around the mob. every once in a while, and it's like with more mobs, more tornadoes, and when they
Knocks
hit
you
you,
back and shit.
they knock you up. But then there's like a different kind of tornado that like if you step into it, it stuns you or banishes you or whatever for a couple seconds. So it's very very anti melee, if I can put it that way. It's like if
Yeah.
you're ranged, you just stand where the tornadoes aren't, and you're fine. But if you're melee, like it's like the if you've done King's Rest, it's like the mobs in the first room that do the little tornadoes that spin. You have to keep moving out of them, which range don't care about at all. But melee have to dodge constantly. So there's storming, which is tornadoes, very bad for melee. There's spiteful, brand new one. Every time any mob dies other than bosses, anytime any ad dies, it spawns a little like ghost that fixates a random player, and like it'll disappear after a few seconds, or after I don't know how many seconds it is, maybe like 12. But you can also like kill it and slow it and whatever to prevent it from getting to you. But if it gets to you, it melees the shit out of you. Like it has crazy melee swings. It's kind of like the thing from Beyond a little bit, where it like fixates you and runs at you. You can like do stuff to stop it. But it's like literally every single thing that dies spawns these.
Yeah, you'll have like 7 of them at a time.
Yeah, so like, and it's like,
What?
so it's almost like a little bolstering kind of situation where you want to kill everything at the exact same time. And again, this is super anti-melee. Like again, range don't care. They're not even close to the mobs, so they can, they can.
Well,
just not be there.
I got a
But
question.
melee,
Does it spawn
you're
from the mob, or does it spawn like off to the side,
It
like at a
spawns
range?
the mob. So like if you're a melee and you're killing a pack and like two little things die and they spawn spiteful things, they both fixate you, you're dead instantly. So it's like I don't know, man. So anyway, it's okay. It's an okay affix. Storming is okay. Spiteful is okay, but they're both terrible for melee, which is just something to keep in mind. And then the last one is called Inspiring. And apparently a lot of people compare it to the Tides Emissary from the Ashara like seasonal affix. You know how they had like
From
the 3
Legion?
emissaries. And no, from BFA, where the Ashara had like the 3 emissaries, and like one was a reflecting emissary, one was the void emissary, and one was the one where basically Inspiring is like random mobs in the dungeon. They can be CC'd, but anything around them can't be CC'd.
Oh, the seasonal
So you have
affix.
to-
Okay. I was like confused for a second. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so it's like a little shiny mob that like you can CC that mob and pull everything around it and like pull it away from that mob, and you'll be able to interrupt and all that good stuff. But if you have a shiny mob in with the group, you can't CC anything, you can't interrupt, you can't do anything. So it's exactly like the Tides mob from the Ashara season, which is like, you have to CC, which is just, you have to hard CC a mob and pull things around it, which is, hey, that's an affix. It's been in the game before, and I'm pretty sure everyone hated it.
That's an affix. Yeah, nice.
I'm pretty sure nobody liked that one, so it's kind of like, why are you putting in the game again? I don't know, but yeah, there's 3 new affixes, and I don't want to be a downer, because I just don't like the like affixes in general. But I've been trying to see what like people who are like basically already pushing Mythic Plus on the beta, psychos, they're like messing around with the new affixes, and I've literally only heard bad things. They all hate all 3 new affixes, and I don't know how to feel about that. It's not a good sign.
Yeah, I haven't tested the affixes at all, so I can't give my opinion on these. I feel like the storming one, it seems like it's gonna be just like the volcanic whatever. So it's like, doesn't seem like it's that big a deal as long as you can see it. The spiteful one seems like it might be a problem, but with instant cast stuns and shit, I don't know if that's gonna be in AoE stuns. I don't know if that's gonna be too crazy. I'm talking like 15s and below, right? And then Inspiring seems like it's going to be the worst affix ever brought in the game. So
and yeah, like this is so like there's way to
anytime there's a mob that that needs to be interrupted or needs to be CC'd some way. I'm talking outside of, not the beguiling mob. I'm saying if there's a mob in the dungeon that needs to be dealt with specifically, and then you cannot do that, is like, that feels really fucking bad, because there's, you know, they're going to be putting this ad right next to something that can't be push pulled or whatever and needs to be interrupted, and then it's like, oh, what the fuck do you do? Like, you have to like burst it down, and like I don't like those situations too much.
Yeah, and you don't know which mobs are gonna be inspired, like glowing every week. I think it's random. It's kind of like the beguiling thing, so it's gonna be a mess, dude. But it's like there's ways to deal with all these affixes. You know, it's like there's tools to avoid these things.
Yep.
But it's just like, I don't know. I have a whole thing about Mythic Plus affixes, so I don't want to get into it too much, but it's not fun. There's a reason why I'm having a fucking blast doing dungeons, like, you know, trying to push dungeons, you know, pretty much on beta, trying to do high ones. And the only groups I ever go with, that I ever see, only want to do the prideful affix. The prideful affix is awesome. Nobody wants to do. There's not a single affix anybody wants to do. You know what I mean? Like, people want to do prideful. They're like, it's actually like a positive addition to the game.
Yep.
Every other affix, they're like, shit, I don't want to have to deal with sanguine. I don't want to have to deal with burst. I don't want to have to deal with explode. Like, literally every affix is like, well, we have the option to add this, but it would be more fun if we didn't. That's an issue in my mind. But that's a whole other discussion, dude.
Yeah, I don't like that there's 3 negative affixes, and I also don't like that when you're good at a dungeon, like, it gets higher and higher. I understand why they did it, right? Because back in Legion, when people got higher and higher, it's just the boss you got so high that the boss just one-shot you. And there's like, that was the difficulty. Can you survive the one shot from Herja? It's like, Jesus Christ. Yep. Like, that's obviously not fun either. So I get why they're doing it. I don't know how they would manage it, but I don't like that there's 3. I wish there was only, 1 or 2 that you had to deal with. Hopefully just 1. And yeah, whatever. It's one of those things. I like prideful because of the kiss curse thing. If you're going to give something negative, there should be a positive attached to it. And I think what it's doing is pretty good. Like, imagine if spiteful was like, when you kill one of these fucking things, you get 1% damage increase, and if there's 5, you get 5. So like, then people would be like, oh, that's not bad. Right. Like, shit like that would be cool. But the fact that it's just bad, it's kind of just like weird, and then it just makes it so you just don't want to bring specific classes and covenants during that time. But dude, let's talk about, because we're coming up here on closing time, so let's talk about one of the biggest news is that we're, more than anything else, 17K subs, bro. We're so close to 20K. It's wild.
Was that today? That 17 just happened?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, that was today.
We're flying.
Dude, we're flying. Every time we put out one of these podcasts, dude, we lose 300, but it's fine, dude. Like, we like talking. I'm just kidding. Just totally kidding. The podcasts have been doing great. Love everyone that supports the podcast. We just like to talk about World of Warcraft. But 17K subs is absolutely fantastic. I think probably in like 2 weeks we'll be at 20K, which is fucking bonkers to me, bro. That is like, we started this obviously at 0 in old year, and then we stopped because we had 6K subs or something, bro. We're like fucking flying past that, dude. The community is insane.
Yeah, it's awesome. Discord's getting bigger, dude. I'm like, okay, I'm still a little bit surprised that people listen to our podcast
or talk to us in the Discord.
like people, yeah.
You want to know what I'm surprised at? Like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, dude. All right, so Zax is like, he is like all business kind of guy, like not really, like he's, he has a lot of fun, does a lot of things, not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but it's like, he wants things to be moving, he wants things to be relevant or whatever. I did not expect how often this guy is in the Discord just chilling, just talking to people, posting some logs, having discussions with Shadow Priest because of some random thing, DKs, and then the people. There's actually DK mains that come out and they're like, no, this is what you got to do, and this is what we're doing, this is what, and like, dude, there's like it's like a goddamn fucking party every day in this goddamn Discord. It's insane. Yeah, and I love it, dude. I love the community. I love the feedback, especially like the fact that like the podcast is on like Spotify and we have like a couple hundred views a week there. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So also, I think your Warrior video surpassed the 60K mark, which is pretty crazy too.
70K?
70?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all.
Think about that. There's no arena in the world that can fit 70,000 people. That's insane.
Maybe the Dr. Disrespect arena.
Oh, the Champions Club. All right. Yeah. So just thanks to everyone for the support.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's still hard to believe for sure.
And it's only going to continue rising. Obviously, you know, come in the Discord, talk to us, chat, let us know what you guys want to see. Zach is still going to be doing those spec videos, so let him know what spec you want him to go over next. Yeah, and then we got our raid guides are going to be coming out. Oh, we got to do Sire Denathrius, the preview still.
Yep.
Dang.
Go, dude.
Yeah, that script is done. We're going to be editing that soon, so that'll be done this weekend, obviously. But yeah, thanks guys so much. We do this every Friday at 3:00, and then we also post it everywhere Saturday. So let us know. Love you guys. Peace.
Have a good one.
See you later, guys.